This is the plaintiff, Ray Blanco. She says she paid the defendant, a pool repairman, top dollar for a new pool liner, and turns out it leaks. That's right, water's oozing out all over. The sides of the pool have buckled, and the guy's trying to blame her. She's outraged, and she won't be taken advantage of by anyone, so she's suing for the $1,500 she paid. This is the defendant, Lawrence. He says he's owned his local pool business for 22 years, and the plaintiff takes the cake as being one of the most difficult customers he's ever had to deal with. He can't even believe the plaintiff's actually suing him when she punctured the liner herself by not putting a mat under her metal ladder. It's an outrage. The plaintiff can drag him into court when he did nothing wrong, but he will stand up and fight for his company because he won't pay a penny. He's accused of soaking a customer.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ray Blanco?
Yes.
You are suing Lawrence. You've asked us not to use your last name or the business name. You own a pool and spa company?
Yes.
Okay. For $1,500 that you want returned to you of the money that you paid them to repair an overground pool that you say they did a shoddy job on. Okay, talk to me. Tell me what happened.
In April, it was time for us to open our pool, my son and myself. And my son saw this name on the computer, and he said, Mom, maybe we should call them and have the pool repaired because we were going to have the pool replaced because it's 27 years old.
27?
27.
Wow.
And when Larry came to the house, he said the pool is in good condition, and all it really needs is a liner and a few repairs. And I said, okay, fine. The charge was $1,890. And I said, let's make it an even $2,000 because he seemed like a really fair guy. He went around the pool, told me exactly what he could do to save the pool.
So you negotiated up.
Exactly.
That's
and my
rare.
son said, you do that
Okay.
all the time.
Say that again?
My son said, you do that all the time.
How old's your son?
How old is my son? He's 38.
Oh, he's a man. Okay, so
Yeah.
go ahead.
So he said, okay, let's do it. And in the beginning, they were wonderful, the two of them. They couldn't do enough for me. And then when they did the pool, Charlie came and done it. And I noticed that he wasn't doing it right because I've had the pool liner repaired about 3 times since I've had the pool.
What was he doing wrong?
He put the ledges on. I ordered new ledges. Larry said, you just need 2 new ledges because the ones I have were bent on the side of the pool.
Okay, now you're talking about the wood that surrounds. Do you have a picture of it?
Long metal ledges. Yeah, I have pictures.
So when you say the ledges, you're talking about this?
The large ledges.
So you had all those replaced by him?
Just the 2.
Oh, just 2 of the...
Just 2, and they didn't fit right, and the pool started to buckle. My son came home that Friday night and Saturday morning, he said, Mom, the pool is all buckled.
Okay.
And I called, and he did not answer my call when I called him. And I said, I know why he's not answering. He sees my number coming up, Billy. So Billy says, let me use my phone. He used his cell phone automatically. He picked up the phone.
Right.
And my son explained this story. He said, I'm home. The pool is buckled. He said, what do you mean
This
the pool
is all
is
the
buckled?
same day that the work was done?
No, this was 2 weeks after the work was done.
Okay.
2 weeks after we noticed
What
it.
else did you notice while you were watching them that they weren't doing right?
He was drilling the holes for the new ledges, and I said, you should be in the pool and blowing the shavings of that metal outside the pool, Charlie, because that can tear my vinyl liner. He said, don't worry about it. So I didn't. He said, it's fine. I do this all the time.
Who's Charlie? Is that Charlie? Okay.
Charlie, yes.
Come on up, Charlie. Okay, is that accurate, what she just told me?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Okay, so there's nothing about what she said about shavings falling into the liner?
No, I didn't drill holes inside the line. That would give me more work to carry a big, long top ledge inside the pool, jump in to drill holes.
Okay, and were you there?
I was there for the site inspection, but he's my stepbrother, and we've both done this for 22 years.
Okay, I don't care how long people do something. They could do it wrong in the 22nd year. I mean, and they could have done it wrong other times.
The way she just explained it is totally inaccurate, though. When we take a top ledge and cut it down to size, it's done outside the pool. No metal shavings go inside the pool whatsoever.
She says that she then tried to reach you and you were ignoring
Again,
her.
I was going to get into that, but I was
Now, why
told
don't
to
you
wait.
get to that right now? She says she tried to reach you and that you ignored her, and then the second somebody calls from a different number, you answered.
Total baloney.
Okay.
Pool is already filled up with water now.
Right.
A month later, she
Right.
calls us on June 22nd and tells us that she's losing water out of the pool.
All right, now tell me about that. You're losing water out of the pool. You notice that do you know how much you're losing? Were you measuring it?
Half of the pool was empty.
Okay.
On the 23rd, Charlie came out. He was supposed to be there the first thing in the morning. I called at 5 o'clock. Charlie was still not there. I called Larry's office, and very snidely he said, "We still have 5 hours of sunlight. Charlie will be there." Charlie came with another fellow. It was about 5:30. And I showed him around the pool. I said, "I don't know where the water is coming from," but he saw it. He says, "Oh, I know exactly where it is. It's right by your ladder." He showed me the 2 holes. I said, "Okay." And he proceeded to patch it. He said, "I don't know how I'm going to do this," because the pool was half full. He didn't know if we should go
Where
in.
was right by your ladder?
He said it was right near my ladder. It's nowhere near my ladder. It's in the photos. It was,
Wait, aren't you standing there when he shows you the holes? You're the kind that follows the workers around. You're not looking for the holes.
I went to the phone because
Why would you go to the phone? He's telling you, I know exactly where the holes are. They're right by your ladder. You don't see them?
it's going to cost you $75 for me to
Wait,
repair.
we're not talking about the $75. I'm asking you, did you not see the holes that we're talking about?
Yeah, he showed me
Okay,
them.
and they were right by the ladder, you said. So why are you saying he says they're right by the ladder?
No, he said they're right. It's by the ladder.
So did you see the holes right by the ladder?
It wasn't right by the ladder, Your Honor.
Where were the
It
holes?
was about a foot away from the ladder.
All right, so according to you, he says to you, see these holes, they're right by the ladder, and then you look and he points to something that's a foot from the ladder.
Right.
Is that your testimony?
Exactly.
All right. And according to you, where are the holes?
As soon as I went there, I kind of assumed that I knew where it was. It was by the ladder because she installed the ladder, not me. So
Why
just
don't you
experience.
guys install the ladder?
That wasn't part of my job. My job was
Yeah, but isn't it a good idea for you guys to install the ladder so that
when the
there's not
pool's
an
not-
issue with holes after
when
that?
the pool is not completely filled. If I install the ladder and when the pool's filling up with water, there's air inside the
So
ladder.
you
it
never
could-
install ladders?
I do when the pools are completely full. Like if I do a pool open, it'll be a different case because
Right.
the water's full to either the rim or like halfway. When I left there, there was not enough water for me to install
Okay.
a ladder. So I got there. I assumed that I knew where it was.
And where was it? A
was-
foot from the
here's-
ladder
here-
or at the ladder pressure point, as it were?
Here's the ladder, so it would be like maybe 8 inches away from the
Okay,
ladder side.
so how could the ladder cause it if it's 8 inches or 12 inches away?
I'm thinking when she installed the ladder. And when I leave a job, my job is to explain to the customer to install a ladder mat before they install their
A
ladder.
ladder mat. And what's a ladder mat?
It's like a piece of rubber, like a shower mat similar.
Okay, and the ladder mat does what?
It protects the liner from the ladder.
Did she not have a ladder mat?
When I went there to check the leak out, there was no, she said she
Why
never
was
used
there
one.
no ladder mat?
Because I've had a ladder mat before. It does nothing. It's a very small piece of plastic that fits
How do
under
you
the ladder
install
mat.
a ladder? You just hook it?
Well, you just put it straight down. There's I
So
forgot
she
to-
could have moved the ladder, is that a possibility?
She could have angled the ladder. When you're doing it, if you angle it and then try and push it to the left, that would occur.
All right. I think the real question here, because everything was hunky-dory until what happened.
And so she put her ladder inside the pool, and then the water started leaking.
Not really, until
Oh,
she
no, no,
called
then
you for a
this-
service call.
No, she called to tell us that the pool was leaking, and I charged her $75 for a service call because it was not our fault. We did not put that ladder in the
Tell
pool.
me about that.
So, the fact that this guy was in business for 22 years, should that count to his credit?
Absolutely not.
How come?
Because you can be a con artist for 22 years. It doesn't matter.
That's a fair point. What do you think?
I agree with her.
So you wouldn't give anybody credit for 22 years in business?
Well, I probably would check up on him a little bit more than that and give.
What do you think, sir?
I would,
You would give him credit for 22 years.
Definitely.
So he gets more credit than somebody who's been doing it for a year.
definitely.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
You felt that you had just paid them $2,000.
Exactly.
In fact, you paid, they only wanted 18 plus tax, and you wanted, let's make it an even $2,000, so the rest was a tip or whatever. How much was that rest? What was that?
I just said, I like.
How much was that? I just want to know. Was it more than $75 or
Oh,
less?
sure, $18.90 was the.
$18.90, so $110 in tip.
I was furious. I went downstairs and I said, I paid you $2,000 and now you want another $75 to put a piece of vinyl over my pool that I can get the kit for $1.99 or $2.99.
I overpaid you by $110, and you want to charge me $75?
She did speak to me over the phone. Normally, we charge $150, and I told her,
That's
Ray,
where the
since we
$150 came in.
did,
It's
since
on the
we did the
receipt.
job for you, I would only charge you half the price that I would normally charge a customer to patch a hole.
Right.
She did speak to me.
I'd like to know something, just
Sure.
between you and I. I don't know why she would overpay you by $110.
She didn't overpay us. With tax, it came out to $19.57. The 30 some odd dollars went to him as a tip.
Okay, gotcha. That's the answer to my question. All right, so you charge her the $75, and that's it. She loses it. Who's at the house
yeah, she
when
went
she gets
ballistic.
it?
Him. And
Tell me about that.
She was very unhappy.
No, that's a euphemism. I want to know what was said and done.
He can't
Tell
say
me.
those words on TV.
I'd rather not.
I'll be the judge of that. Go ahead. I have a bleep button. Go ahead.
Yeah, she was very unhappy with my brother. She was calling him yeah.
Okay, you say the first word, but you can't say the second one?
Oh, God. Tell her.
Okay, go on.
Yeah?
They have everything.
Yeah, she calls him. It was me and a friend of mine that were at her house. Yeah, so she was very...
And then?
I was just laughing when hearing her say that, those words.
Okay. Did you agree? Did you disagree?
No, he's the boss, I'm the horse. He wants $75 to put a patch on it. I explained to her before I do anything that this is what she wants. She was like, Charlie, just do it. I'll pay you the $75.
Okay, did she?
Yes, she did.
Okay, and then how long after that did you file a lawsuit?
Oh, right after that.
Okay, do you have any evidence, any affidavits, any proposals from another pool company to justify what you're asking, which is that they return $1,500?
I don't have the evidence. I threw it away. I had someone else come, and he wanted to charge me $1,590.
To do what?
Just replace the liner, move the skimmer box, and just make a mess of the pool. So when I
Make a mess of the pool? Somebody wants to charge you to make a mess of the pool?
Yeah, he wanted to. I said, what do you do if you're going to take the skimmer box from this part of the pool and move it to another part of the pool? I'm going to have a big hole here.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. He says the vinyl cover will cover it. And just paint over it.
So that's not a very reliable estimate.
Exactly.
All right, so how are you going to prove that they did something to cause the hole? More than that, how are you going to prove that that is something that entitles you to $1,500 back? When I ask you, show me the proof that you were entitled to what you're asking for, because you have to prove two things. They did something wrong, which you already have difficulty with, and they hurt you to the tune of $1,500, which is what you're asking for here. The fact that you're mad at them doesn't entitle you to $1,500. You have to prove that. And you come in here, you tell me that the evidence you have of it, you threw away. And you don't have it in any way. Those people were clowns because they wanted to make a mess of your pool. Anyway. So where do you think that leaves me? That leaves me in a position where I cannot rule in your favor because you haven't been able to prove the case. Verdict for the defendants.
Just hold on right there, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Unable to prove her case, the plaintiff comes out on the losing end. Come on over here. What's your feeling coming out with nothing?
Well, I don't think that the judge was fair because I had other evidence that she didn't request.
Why didn't you have them install the ladder or have a professional install the ladder too?
There's nothing to install it. There's hooks that the ladder fits into. It's completely away from what they had done, what they claimed to have done.
All right, okay. All right, just right around this way, okay? Let's see what the pool guy has to say about this. What do you think coming out of here?
I feel very happy that the judge ruled in our favor as we did nothing wrong.
So were you shocked that this nice lady turned out to be with the mouth that you heard there? That shocked you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a sailor.
Mm-hmm. Harvey?
You know, you need to save all of the evidence that you have in any situation until you know there will never be a dispute. My advice to people is have a drawer at home and take everything, receipts, everything that might relate to some dispute you have, and just throw it in the drawer and just keep it there and clean the drawer out every year or so. But then, then you're not spending a lot of time dealing with it. But that drawer could be critical if all of a sudden a dispute pops up that you never anticipated. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.